You can ask questions, but right now I'm going to be working on casting with baby. The casting is giving your dog direction. So we use direction to teach the dog to go right or left, or back right, back left. And that's what you want to do is you want to be giving your dog direction. That's what these dogs that are getting screwed up and put down, that's the problem. They're not trained. People won't work with them. So a dog like this, the owner could do the same thing in her house if she wanted to. She could have like floor mats, or she could cast the dog into the crate. But you have to figure out a way to give the dog direction. If you're not giving the dog direction, man, a dog that functions instinctually is a freaking mess. It's a freaking mess. Don't kid yourself. Sit. So you put back here, and whatever. You all will figure it out. I'm gonna put back here because I don't want to lose the connection, okay? So we've been working on left back. Now we're gonna incorporate right back. So I take a sort of step to the right to get her to do this. Baby, bring it up here. Sit. No, sit. No! Baby, here, come on. I need her to turn this way. Here, sit. Back. There you go, sit. No, okay, bring it up. Sit. You got it now? Sit. Back. Up. No, she's having a little difficulty because she's never done this. Sit. She's good with left back, but not right. And anything that you're doing that's new with your dog causes difficulty. Okay, so we'll get her going on this, and then we'll stand right back for some sessions, and then we'll start working both right and left. Baby, bring it up here. Sit. No, sit. Back. Up. No, up. Get your ass up there. Sit. Now, as you see, I have a leash with me. If I have to, I'll use the leash. I don't think I'll have to use the leash, though. I think she's going to get this. Baby, here. Sit. No. No, here, bring it back. Sit. Back. Up. There you go. Sit. Yes. Bring it up here. Sit. Back. Up. Sit. Good. So you understand, like if I raise this hand, she's going to turn that way and go back. If I raise this hand, she needs to turn that way and go back. It's back casting. Right and left casting would be like if I cast her to this tire, baby, over, up, sit, no, sit, baby, over, sit. That's right and left casting. Baby, over, sit, good, baby, over, sit. So we work on right and left casting before we do right and left back casting. And this is how I do it. I pick either right or left, and I get the dog doing it good, right and left, sort of like me playing the guitar. I do one chord at a time, and when I'm proficient at that, then I'm going to move on. It's similar to wrestling. I took this wrestling camp when I was a kid. Dan Gable taught it. And Dan Gable said, practice the move 1,000 times. Practice it 1,000 times, you might know it, but keep practicing it. That would be true with dog training too. So you get better handling the dog, your instincts get better, and the dog gets conditioned more. You don't want the dog functioning instinctually. You want the dog to function with trained commands. So the dog that has issues, like your dog that is aggressive, or leash, say you got a leash reactive dog, you've probably done this to your dog, by the way. That's because you confuse the status of your dog, you had it up on a bed, you just sent it the wrong message. You sent it the message that it's an equal. It's not. That is not an equal. Her mom loves her, but That's non-human. I love the dog, but that is not an equal. That's just a fact. And if you look at the dog as an equal, they get in trouble. You don't want the dog functioning instinctually. It's bad. All the instinctual stuff is the prey drive. We manipulate the prey drive is what we do. That's what we do when we have the dog do a retrieve. It stops at the bite and brings it to you. The pointer stops at the scent cone right before it even gets to the bite. And even the protection dog, it's a controlled bite and they must let go. So, you teach them an out command. So we train the dog over and over and we just keep doing it and condition the dog so it knows it real good. And when the dog leaves, if the owner, this is playing with the dog, does this kind of play with the dog and uses discipline, what do you want me to say? That's what you're supposed to do. Let's do this a couple more times to the right. Hey, baby, bring it up here. Sit. No, sit. Back. Sit. Yes. No, sit. Baby, sit. Good girl. Bring it up here. Sit. Back. No, no, bring it up here. Sit. No, sit. Back. Sit. Yes. So she gets congratulated with a yes right when her ass hits the ground. You have 1.3 seconds to give positive or negative reinforcement. After that time, sort of wasting, sort of a waste. You got 1.3 seconds. It's right at that point when they do it. So your correction has to happen then too. So I see the dog is spinning the wrong way because she's used to doing it going left back casting. You hear me saying nope, like that. Now, if there was more space, when I say no, she'd probably be stopping. But we're keeping it short right now. You get the dog doing it and then you increase distance. Don't think that because your dog's doing a 15-foot retrieve, you should go to 100-foot. Your dog's gonna start screwing up. Training, remember this, training is muscle memory and it's repetitive. It's repetitive, but don't overwork the dog. Like we might be out here actually working with her for 10, 15 minutes, something like that. Baby, bring it up here. Sit. No, sit. Back. No! Good girl. Sit. Back. No, get over here. Get up there. Bring it up there, dude. You got this. Don't worry about it. Sit. Calm down, dude. Sit. Back. No. Get up there. Get up there right now. Come on. Sit. No, sit. Bring it up here. Sit. No, sit. Back. No. Come here. Get up here. You're all right, dude. Get up there. Sit. Give me a couple times and we'll quit. Sit. Back. No. Knock it off, man. Stop that. Do it right. So now I'm going to get real close and make sure we get success. Baby, back. Sit. No, sit. Bring it up here. Sit. No. Quit fucking around. Do you need to go to the bathroom? Okay, hurry. Sometimes when a dog's screwing up like that, hey, leave this thing alone. Don't do that. Go to the bathroom. No. Don't do that. You got some kind of issue, you gotta go to the bathroom. No. I'm not doing that, man. Go potty, man. I don't want to deal with this. You don't have to go? Get your ass back here and work. Come here. Here. So I won't quit until I'm getting success with her. I probably should have quit after she did it 3 or 4 times, but I didn't. So now I'm stuck getting her to do it 3 times good. Even if I have to like really exaggerate it and do one of these, like back, sit. Good, bring it up here. Sit. See how close I am to her? No! Sit. No, sit. Back. Sit. Good girl. Here. Sit. Back, up, sit. Good girl, bring it up here. You're doing good, dude. Hang on. Back. No, up. Sit. Give me a couple more. Sit. No, sit. Back, up. Good, sit. Bring it up here. Sit. Back, up. Sit. Okay, you did good. Go potty or whatever. So, we'll do more sessions with her doing it just on the right side. Then we'll go back to the left side. Then we'll, in between session, hang on, let me get some sit on. I don't want my ass getting wet. It's, man, you get your clothes wet and this stuff, and man, your temperature drops. So even if like your butt is just a little wet, you know, it's like duck hunting. Like you'll be like, do you want to up? Here, get your pit bull ass up here. Come on, baby, get up here. Hey, spin around here, man. No. No. I don't like this. No. Get over here. Down. No, down. Good girl. No, down. It's just bubble wrap. Don't worry about it. Like duck hunting, like once you get wet, you're sort of fucked. You know, because you're sitting. When you're moving, not so much of a problem. When you're moving, not so much of a problem with your dog, too. Like they stay warm, like Tonka. If he's running around looking for a bird, man, he's not going to get cold. But if he, you know, if he's just sitting, like if Tonka was stuck outside in the snow. By the way, you put your dog in a kennel. That's, I don't know. But if it's heated, I don't have too much of a problem with it. It's a hunting dog. It has a heated area to go into that's like 45 or 50 degrees when it's real cold. I don't care. But I personally think that the dogs, they're social, so you want them living inside with you, you know? They're social creatures. So I think that that's a bad idea. I also think that mushing dogs in Alaska or mushing dogs anywhere that are staked, I think those owners are the biggest pieces of shit. You know, they're leaving them outdoors in these like shitty wooden boxes that they make for their mushing dog, and they'll say, well, you know, I don't want my dog, I've heard it before, I don't want my dog to like sweat, knowing that they don't sweat, but they think that like the dog can't really handle the cold as well, which there's some truth to that, but there's no reason that the dog has to be at sub-zero and shit. So if they weren't cheap, they'd have like a kennel and each dog could go into some area that was 40 degrees, 38 degrees. Don't give me this that there's straw. Great, it's still fucking 17 below at times, so, you know, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I think those dogs in Alaska are just, dogs everywhere are just sort of treated like shit. They are, nobody gives a shit. Most people don't. That's why we have, somebody gets a puppy, there's a 50-50 chance that that puppy won't even be in that household within a year. They're expendable and they're labeled, which to me as a dog trainer is crazy. I've never met a stupid dog. They all sort of fall in one area, and it's not really of intelligence. It's like, not the best function today. I don't know what that's about. But that's a big mistake to label your dog stupid or untrainable, because I don't know. I can get any dog to do this. I can get any dog to do this. I can get any dog to do retrieves. The only limitation with a dog... No! Down. No, down. No! I mean it, baby. Down. Down. Dude! Notice how my voice changes? I don't want her to do that shit. It's just to stay here for a little bit longer, and then I'll go get Merlin. So Merlin's gonna do this too. So, and we'll right and left cast him. She's not shaking, she's not cold. I don't know what that means. That's gibberish. That's freaking gibberish, kid. What? No, poop breath, get away from me. Forgot. So anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is that your dog should be following direction. You should train the dog to follow direction, okay? And if your dog isn't doing that, that means it's not listening to you and it doesn't respect you. So the dog should be following direction. And it's healthy for the dog. It is. It's much healthier for the dog than your dog that doesn't listen to a damn thing that you say and gets excited and barks at everyone. That's not a happy dog. The dog that is barking incessantly at the mailman or somebody knocks at the door, it just keeps going. That's a bad thing. And if you tell the dog to shut up, it doesn't shut up. It's not following direction. You got to teach the dog no. Take your fucking thing that you think is Bigfoot lore, take it someplace else, okay? I'm president of the Bigfoot community. You're speaking gibberish. You're making shit up. And you're just like a lot of people that Sasquatch researchers, you make shit up. You're just making bullshit up. You don't know anything about it. You don't. So I don't want to hear it. You spread your rumor. Thank you, Ria G. You spread your rumors about Bigfoot someplace else. It's all about facts here. It's all about facts. Jesus. I know you've trained and taught a lot of dogs, but what's the greatest lesson the dog have taught you? That's just some gibberish, man. I'm sorry. They haven't really taught me anything, but I'm locked into them and I have to get up and work with them. But I already have discipline before I started working with the dog. So if you don't have discipline, don't get a dog. It's not ha-ha, Christopher. It's not ha-ha. I'm telling you the truth. What have they taught me? What? I'm a human. I teach them, okay? What have they taught me? I enjoy being around them. But have they taught me anything? Have they taught me how to do scent work? This is nonsense, man. This is like some kind of like, you're probably the kind of person that thinks that a dog sleeps on the master's grave. I teach dogs. They don't teach me, okay? I enjoy their company. They don't teach me, okay? I don't know what you're talking about. I can't, at this level, at the level that I'm at right now, I can't really think that, I already knew to use a leash. My dog, I've learned the importance of patience. I already knew that. It's a hippie question, I agree. It's like, patience, yeah, no kidding. But, more than that, you have to have discipline. So you got to get out and train the dog. And maybe you, as the novice person with the dog, you might see that you have no control over the dog, so it teaches you that you need to have a leash on your dog. I'm not going to learn that. I'm not going to learn that. I already knew that. I knew that from when I was a kid. It's different for me than you, okay? Hi from Bosnian. Really? That's quite a distance. I'm good. How are you, Toxic? How are you doing, Toxic? Ria G. Toxic. No, down. I'm gonna go get the poodle. Okay? I'm gonna go get the poodle. I'm gonna take her in, and we're gonna work the poodle right and left casting, and I'll go over how you start doing that. Okay. Poodles. I hate to call a dog smart. It's a quick study, but it's obvious that the owner has worked with the poodle too. So, and the owner is like trying to follow my doctrine. So he's trying his best, but you know, it's different if I'm doing it. So it's easier for me. That's what he said. He said he made the comment, and it's true. Like you make it look easy, it's not that easy. But it's obvious that he's tried with the poodle. There's just some things that needed to be ironed out with the poodle, like separation anxiety. Separation anxiety encompasses 10% of all dogs, something like that, probably 20 to 25% of dogs that are given up. Do you have any recommendation place in New York to leave your dog if you have to leave town for a few days? I have to go to a funeral and it's just not possible to bring my dog. No, no, I don't. And having your friends or family watch your dog is a huge mistake. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know, you know, a couple days, and it's not somebody that you've used. Like, it's not like nobody wants your $100, like dealing with your dog for 2 days. I'm just telling you. Like, if it was like you had your dog trained by a dog trainer, you call them up, they'll watch your dog for you. But like, I don't want to watch somebody's dog that I haven't worked with. I'll tell you that. I'm just telling you the truth. Why would I want to put up with that? Dogs doesn't understand what I'm saying. You know, obviously you're looking for a kennel. Kennels aren't so great, I'll tell you. I don't know what to tell you. See, if your dog was trained and it was so overnight boarding places are crap, that's for you to decide as the owner. I wouldn't put my dogs in something like that, but sounds like you're gonna have to, right? I would say that that's a better option than having your friend watch your dog. I'm being serious. Friends and family are the worst. So at least you'll know that you'll come back and your dog will still be there. Do you see what I'm saying? But the friend or the family man, you come back, your dog has diarrhea or something happens. Don't trust your friends or family. No. I'm not saying the crap. I'm saying that's your safest option. Okay. Let me go get the poodle. All right, dingus. Come on. No, get over here. Come here. Heel. No, don't give me the bunny rabbit routine. Heel. Sit. No, sit. Heel. You're really fucking up. Sit. Sit. Good. Heel. Come on, buddy. Heel. Sit. Good boy. Heel. No, heel. Come on. Sit. Good boy. Heel. Come on, heel. Sit. No, sit. Good boy. You're a good dog, dude. You are. You're a real good dog. We gotta get you a different collar, and we will. I have a martingale on this dog, a chain martingale. It was someone's, I'm not sure. Clearly a dog that was bigger than her or him. Hang on, let me sit down. Let me talk about that real quick. Come here. Can you get up there, dude? No, up. Sit. So, the chain martingale that's on, it's a good collar and everything. It'd be for a much bigger dog, though. It has too much action in it. If you're gonna use something like that, like a slip chain or something like that, it'll sort of like cut the fur. It's not a big deal. We want the dog's behavior to change. We just haven't gotten what I want to use with him, which is probably a buckle collar. So I think I've got to get him a leather buckle collar. But the little bit of action that I'm using, like this first 2 weeks, has been helpful with this dog. I use slip chains. You know, I haven't lately, though. I like buckle collars, to tell you the truth. I just make sure your buckle collar, like if it's an adult dog, just be a regular size. But with puppies, man, you want to have it extra wide. He came with like this real wide collar. That would be, so if the owner gave a leash correction, it just doesn't, the collar doesn't have enough action to it. It's just sort of like, it would just be sort of like yanking the dog around. So you couldn't do like leash flexing or anything like that. I will say this, that when I first started working with this dog, I picked up this dog. I was gonna put it in the car. His barn sour sort of flipped out, and if that collar the collar was on right, the owner had the collar on right, he would have tried to slip out of the collar. So you don't know how many times I've seen this. I've told people to, like, okay, I'm gonna meet you. Make sure that when you hand the dog to me, like baby, you know, make sure that there's sort of tension so the dog can't get me, because I don't know, baby's a pit or whatever. You hand the leash to me, and you know, if the dog has like history of like escaping through its collar, I'm like, make sure the collar's on real good. But I mean, people don't listen. Like, I'll meet people and the collar's like, can you slip it on and off over the dog's head? You should be it should be tight enough that you can fit 2 fingers in there. That's it. It's like, you know, I don't know. Oh, you want your dog to be more comfortable or something? What are you thinking? I don't get it. So anyway, also, this dog has white fur, so that stainless steel is sort of like, it's no big deal. It's not a big deal. This dog's fur just keeps growing. So I want to, you know what I'm probably going to do is switch this dog into a Star Mark collar for a while and then go to a buckle collar. That's what I think. Now, Star Mark collar is sort of like the martingale in that it will close up so you can get some action with it. It's a plastic collar. One thing that you have with a dog like this is the fur. The fur can get like kind of caught, like on an e-collar or whatever. Let's here. I'll talk to you guys, and I'll start casting with this dog, and talking about what I'm doing, and then I'll talk to y'all. Okay, so. Sit. You're a good dog, dude. Look at you. So when you first start teaching your dog to cast, probably gotta have it on a leash. I would. You want to direct the dog to where it wants to go. But like you saw with baby, everything's exaggerated at first. Like I want her to go the right side, so I'm really stepping to the right, right? It becomes just this, or just this, or this, or this. But at first, you're sort of like walking the dog and directing them onto the place target. Now, you might have a dog, this is real common, they don't want to go up there at first. You got to kind of drag them up there, get them up there, sit. Good boy, make a big deal. You know, they don't want to do it. You're telling them to do it. That's healthy for the dog. You get the dog to do what you want. You teach the dog to play. You have to teach him to play. That's it. You don't have to use food. Using food is such a mistake. Do some retrieves with your dog, proper retrieves. Do retrieves using discipline, or like this. Cast the dog. Did you see when I was working baby? As she started going towards the wrong way, it was no. And at the end, she was stopping. Because one, I was really on it because I knew that she was making a mistake. So as soon as I saw her turning, no was coming out of my mouth. I'm barking it out. No, like a dog. All right? I'm using a larger pressure wave. Like I was talking about with Destiny. Destiny has picked this up, man. That little petite woman, you know, she can butch it up. You know, she's like, you know, telling Tonka, no, sit. You know, she's got the cadence right. You say the command, and if the dog is screwing up, you say no and repeat the command. You never go sit, sit, sit. Now, you might make a mistake, but really try and do it that way because your dog is conditioned to know no. No means your dog is in the wrong position or it's doing something improper. Say no and give it a command. It's fucking up over there. No, heel. Now you notice when I said that, the dog didn't move. They don't function like people think. People are stupid. I've heard people say, well, whoa sounds too much like no. I dated somebody that I was like, would you just listen to what I'm saying? I said, do what I say. Whoa and no, the dog is not going to be confused with it. See how the dog is sitting here? I tried to explain this to an owner recently. And in the lesson, I'm like, watch this. And I'm saying not a word, but I'm having the dog follow me around. And I'm just going like this. The dog's sitting, going into whoa. You're not going to get it until you do it. It reminds me of when I was in the Navy. They would give us a job, and I'd be saying to myself, I was a kid, oh, I knew it all, you know? I knew it all. I was 18. Why are we doing it this way? This is fucking stupid, right? And after I did the job, I was like, now I understand why they wanted me to do it that way. It made perfect sense. But I was too wrapped up in my own, oh, come on, there's a better way, faster way to do this. I wasn't thinking about it. But while you're doing it, it starts making sense. It's a fact. If you don't do it, if you don't practice with your dog, you don't get better at it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of direct the dog like this, right? We're saying over and using this action because sooner or later I just want this, over or over. Okay? So he hasn't done this, but I think he's real good. Hey, Merlin, over, up, no, up, no, up. Good boy. Sit. Yes. Merlin, over. No, come on, man. Get up here, dude. Up. Sit. Good boy. Merlin, here, over. No. Up. Now he's trying to eat snow or snip. This isn't the time for that. I'm not letting him do it. Don't let your dog track, walk around sniffing shit. Don't do that. Merlin, over. No, Merlin, up. Merlin, over. Sit. This time, I preemptively used vibrate to remind him that the e-collar's on. Because I knew he's going to put his head down right there, training snow or whatever he's doing. Unacceptable, Merlin. Merlin, over. Sit. No, sit. Yes! Okay. So you see, I reminded the dog that the collar's on. Now it's positive. Now it's positive. I'm in this realm of positive training because I'm not correcting the dog. So by using a minor correction right at that point where I'm thinking the dog's gonna do it, he was gonna do it. I'm looking at the dog, I'm watching the dog. I've just been doing it so long. So long. People are like, they ask like, why are you saying no when the dog's in the position? Because I know what the dog's thinking. It doesn't think it responds, but it's like about to respond and move off its position. So I'm saying no. You only get that with experience. I wasn't born knowing how to do this shit. I wasn't. No one is. Merlin, over. Up. Good. Sit. No, sit. Merlin, over. Up. Sit. That's good, man. That's real good. No. Merlin, over. No, over. Sit. Yes. Merlin, over. No, over. Good boy. Sit. Good boy. Merlin, over. No, over. Sit. No, sit. Good boy, man. You got this, right? Merlin, over. Sit. Awesome. Give me one more. Merlin, over. Up. Sit. Yes. Give me one more. Couple more, okay? Merlin, over. No, up. Sit. Good. Good boy. Merlin, over. Up. Sit. Merlin. Merlin, hey. Over. No, up. Sit. Good boy. You want to go potty? That was good, man. Okay, hurry, hurry. It's just get them going on it. I can't tell you this enough that like, don't do it real long. Get them doing it. Don't make it drudgery. Keep your session short. Hang on. Hey Merlin, come here, dude. Merlin, come here, you fuzzy nut. Merlin. Okay, hurry up. Merlin, here? No, here. Up? No, up. No, up. Good boy, turn around. Sit. Good boy. Oh, get back up here, man. Come on. Come on, you got this. No, here, up. Merlin, up. Sit. It's a good boy. I can't express this enough. Like people do make a mistake when they train their dog. They think that all they have to do is like once a day and then do it for like 40 minutes or something, and they can't figure out why it's not working. It's multiple sessions. Keep them short at first. Don't start taxing out the dog. But your sessions really shouldn't last any longer than with an adult. In the beginning, man, it might just be minutes, 3 minutes or something. With a puppy, we're talking seconds. Keep them real positive, but that's where when you start getting places with the dog, it's when you're doing multiple sessions throughout the day. That's why people send their dog to me, is because this is my job, you know? I'm here, I can make art, and oh, got to take a break. I'm going to go work with a dog. Most people can't do that, and most people don't know how to do this anyway. So you can watch you can watch all my videos you want, but that doesn't mean you're going to be able to do it. Right, Merlin? Look at Merlin. He's got like a little helmet on. He's got like a little fur helmet. I can answer questions if anybody has any. I'm gonna tell you, don't train your dog with food. It's unnecessary. It just trains them to be excited. To be excited around food. Makes you look like a resource for snacks. You wanna look like a resource for snacks? You want the dog to like you, right? Well, your dog can't love you, so I'm just gonna tell you. You want him to like you. Love's a complex human emotion. Your dog doesn't have any of those. You know, jealousy? Your dog doesn't have jealousy. Whenever you've seen your dog fighting, that's about a resource and probably a human being, okay? Do you think I could modify a star mark to have a chain instead of a nylon strap? Possibly. I don't know. Why? Here's a tip. Do you want the nylon strap with the chain, it slips better, right? That's why you're doing it. What you do, Toxic, is you go get this product called Armor All. And Armor All is for like cars, and it conditions the surface of like the dashboard and stuff. It's very slick. So spray that on your nylon chain and let it dry. Oh, and the noise. Yeah, I mean, you could. But if you have something that like you want slick, use Armor All. Spray that on there and let it dry. And I can't think of what I use that for in dog training, but I've used it many times. It's not coming to mind. I'm like, oh, where's the Armor All? It would be for something like that. Like, you know, I need something to slip. It would be some kind of collar. You know, usually you don't want like an e-collar slipping or anything. You don't want them loose because that'll cause wear too. So you just have them so it's like challenging like this. See, that's not hurting. That's hurting. This isn't. It's just, see what I'm saying? That's the way you want it. Not like, that hurts. So that's how you want your e-collar. And condition you don't train your dogs with food. What do you train them with? Man, I just went over this. Anything the dog likes to do, kid. The dog likes to work. You could say good or good boy. That's called praise. Have you ever heard of praise? So they get conditioned to that because that your dog can read a couple things about you. They're very black and white. When you're happy or you're pissed off. So that's it. So you're like, good or yes. That's called praise. Okay? So you do that. You don't train them with food because of that problem. It's nonsense. It's every dog here, no food is used to train them because that just causes problems. So the act of running is positive reinforcement. Retrieves are positive reinforcement. That's why when a dog here is doing a retrieve, it has to be calm and sit before the retrieve. And then you see, I release the dog and you see a lot of, you know, a lot of energy. So they're calm and then bam. Because if the dog's running around and you throw a retrieve, you're conditioning the dog to be excited. Because the retrieve is positive reinforcement. A door is a point of positive reinforcement. So if you're walking through the door and your dog is ahead of you, or the dog is excited and you get outside and you're having problems, gee, I wonder why. You just told the dog to do that. You come home, you unleash the dog and you've got to go up a flight of steps and you let the dog run up this flight of steps. Before you sort of challenge the dog and you let the dog win. You look like an idiot. You're having problems with your dog. The dog should stay at heel with you next to the steps, and watch out because dogs cheat. They fucking cheat. The dogs that are in training, they'll try and cheat. So you get to the top 2 or 3 steps and then the dog will run. It wants to beat you. So the trick is you teach it not to cheat those last 3 steps. It's just these little things that like human beings don't realize that they're doing to the dog. And we have 4 million dying every year. We have an army of people saying, you know, train your dog with food. And if your dog doesn't respond to food, use a higher value food. It's nonsense. Not one dog have I ever trained with food. Not one. I see that. That crow. Crow, raven, whatever. They're all the same pretty much. It's crows around here. They're big. But it's nonsense, you know. And like this person asked, like, what do you use? Like, it shocks me that people don't get it. Like, you think that your dog only likes food. It's weird. If it's a calm dog, right, you can pet him on the chest. Like, if he's real good, he's pretty chill with me. I'll probably start petting him up. Good boy. But I don't give unearned affection. That's another problem. Like, people think that, like, oh, I train my dog with food, but usually these people also train their dog to do indiscriminate things and bad things because they don't realize that other things are positive to the dog. Like petting the dog when it's excited. So stupid. People are so stupid. Or hand wrestling with the dog. They got a puppy and their hand, they said, my dog's biting, my puppy's biting me, you know. And this goes on until the dog's an adult and they still do it. I said, well, do you play with your dog? Oh yeah, I play with him all the time. You mean you get on the floor and you kind of use your hands and wrestle with him? Yeah, that's what I do. It's hand wrestling, idiot. Don't do that with your puppy because it's gonna do it when it's an adult dog and it's gonna associate your hand as something to chew on or bite. People are so stupid. It's such a shame. 4 million dogs are being put down every year. That is at shelters. That's not counting dogs that are dying in backyards and stuff. Dogs that are put down at the vet's office. Okay? It's a lot of dogs. It's up to 6 million. Yeah, I know, toxic. It could be more than 6 million. It's a lot of dogs. That is unnecessary. It's society. We have like that stupid Cesar Millan show telling people the wrong shit. And then Victoria Stilwell. Oh, you can train the dog being purely positive. Give me a break. It's a subspecies of the wolf. It's got like this social structure. You gotta fucking tell the dog no. Imagine your dog is trying to bite the mailman, barking, bite, lunging at the mailman. The food trainer thinks you're supposed to wait until the dog stops doing it and then give him food. What? They're telling you all what you want to hear. And they're not competent. They're not competent. It's terrible. You know what they use to say that they're competent? They get a dog and they food train it to do like an agility course with their stupid fanny pack. Right? So they get a blue ribbon. But no, yeah, it'd be calm all the time. Correct. Unless it's going on a retrieve or going through the weep holes. But it has to function. And if it doesn't function properly, use discipline and make sure it goes through it right. Or does the retrieve right? That's discipline. Discipline isn't beating the dog. You beat the dog, you're going to get nowhere with dog. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do this bonking thing. Jeff Gelman, that guy's an idiot. Bonking is this thing that, you know, they're trying to sell gimmicks to people. So, you know, they're trying to sell gimmicks to people. So it sort of tells the owner it's okay to beat the dog. What they do is they take a towel and roll it up and then tape it with duct tape. The dog's fucking up. Gary Wilkes. I have a video on this. Gary Wilkes and Jeff Jeff Gellman. They're smacking dogs on top of the head and shit. It's not a proper way to deal with a dog. You create hand shyness because when you bring that object down, they're gonna start wincing. So your hand comes near their head and they start doing this. Train your dog to bite doing that. Both are assholes to dogs. They don't care. It's about doing a seminar and making some money and telling the owner that it's okay to roll up a towel. They don't know. A dog does it. My dad explained it like this. Say you have a cardboard roll from like Christmas paper, right? The reason why dogs are being put down, lack of training, improper training, or no training at all, okay? That's the main reason. But my dad explained it like this. It's a cardboard tube. It's real soft. So if you went over and you were gonna hit the dog with it, they see it as a solid object. They don't know. So it doesn't matter that they're saying, oh, it's just a rolled up towel. That's harder than a fucking, cardboard tube from do you see what I'm saying? A dog in the city, a lot of times I would see stuff like, I'd start training a dog and the dog, hadn't had any training yet, we're outside and it's real windy out. Say like a trash bag is blowing and it's coming towards them, they're fucking flipped out. They think it's a solid object coming towards them. So you don't ever hit the dog with any. Gary Wilkes and Jeff Gellman are horrible, okay? And that's all they want is money. They don't give a shit. And the worst is that they're telling people that are already sort of like, there's people that are already like thinking, yeah, it's okay if I smack the dog. They're giving them the green light. So you're in a situation, dogs will piss you off, Hey, what's up, Conrad? Dogs will piss you off, okay? So they're telling the people that are pissed off that it's okay to hit the dog. It's not. If you're pissed off at the dog, sort of get away from the dog. Stop training, okay? Don't hit the dog. And if the dog ate something in your house, it's your fault because it wasn't in a crate. Don't attack it with a rolled up towel. It's bullshit. It's always, yeah, Jeff Gellman, terrible. It's always, it is. It's people that just want to hear that it's okay to smack the dog. It's not. There's no way to have a good dog that lives among humans by smacking it. You can say anything you want to the dog. That's true. You motherfucking dirtbag. I'll smack you with a stick or something like that. You could say that. You know why? Because it's just words. They understand zero. They're hearing tone. The dog hears tone. They have no language. No language. Okay? None. It's not language. They're picking up on a lot of shit. I'm telling you, man, I explained this to an owner. Like, I don't even have to use words with the dog that I've trained. And I took his dog and walked it around this patio with the dog following me, doing shit like this. The dog would sit. I said not one word. Down. Wouldn't even say the word down. Sit up. They don't have language. That's what it's about. See how I can the dog's sitting here and I can just talk and I know that like it does, if I say sit or down, it knows that I'm not giving it a command. People don't get it. It's a real problem. What was this Kirby person saying? I saw Troy saying something. So what's the way to properly punish a dog, or is punishment not the right word? I'll give you an example of punishment. Punishment would be, say you have a dog that eats chicken bones, okay? And you need the dog to stop eating chicken bones because it impacts their health. The dog is E-collar conditioned. You would dial it up past its working level, which you want to use it lower than a human can feel it. So touches it with its mouth, then you would use punishment using the E-collar. That is an example of punishment. But conditioning the dog with the e-collar is teaching them to work quicker and faster. We use it real low. So punishment is like, you just want to create like negativity. So using the e-collar works real good because you're using it lower than a human can feel it, and you turn it into this game. This is the hot zone. You know, when you're a kid and you're like, that's hot lava, don't step on hot lava. But you can teach that to the dog by using an e-collar lower than you can feel it. They can sense it. So you make an area of the hot zone, it learns to get into the kennel quicker. It learns to go in the down position quicker. It learns to go into sit quicker. That's how the e-collar is used. Any dog trainer that's dialing it up and using punishment is an asshole. You use a correction, but a corrections is sort of like telling the dog, quit fucking up, dog. You know, I don't know if you can use a collar correction as a punishment because you can do the same thing. That's not confusing the dog. That's not punishment. So, also, a lot of denial is used. I use a lot of denial with the dogs. You can't do that, dog. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right in front of you. You can't play the game. So is that punishment? To a human, it would be. So you say to your kid, which I don't have a kid, thank God, but say you say to your kid, no, you can't go out. You can't go have fun. That's punishment. Right? But denial, it's just denial to the dog. You throw the retrieve. The dog started moving. You fucked up. I'm going to go get the retrieve because I know that a retrieve is positive reinforcement to the dog. It's a positive thing. So I'm going to go get it, and the dog is going to see, like, he doesn't get what he wants, which is the retrieving item and getting to go on the retrieve. Is that punishment or denial? I don't know. There's a lot of these dog whisperers that are really into the punishment aspect of it, like Jeff Gellman. I'm sure he dials it up. There's a, I don't know, but that's what I think. There's a company called Sit Means Sit, and through the grapevine, trainers have worked for them and told everybody that their method is to dial up the e-collar and then get the dog, like heat the dog up. That's the term. So they turn on the e-collar and pull it into heel. So it's punishment the whole time. And when the dog comes into heel, then they let off the e-collar. Pressure is lifted once the dog is compliant. That's true. But there could be verbal pressure. God damn it, you son of a bitch. What the fuck are you doing? That's verbal pressure. Verbal pressure could also be a real loud, no! That could be verbal pressure. That's a pressure wave going at the dog, right? Verbal pressure could also be, say the dog floats, right? Yeah, the dog gets set. You start walking away and the dog floats. You won't have that problem, by the way, if you don't use the word stay, because you're implying that there's only the command. That's what you should do. Don't say stay to your dog. It's sit until the dog gets another command. But the dog's learning this. So you turn your back and dogs will cheat, and it's floating. So while you're putting it back right where it was here, but it's already here, you're putting it back, you're using pressure. You're saying, motherfucker, man, why didn't you get the fuck back there? You sort of berate the dog with a tone. You could, even if it was e-collar conditioned and it's real low, you could tap the collar until it goes back into where it was. So when you're teaching the dog to sit and you're teaching the dog recall and it's coming towards you, you pick a spot on the ground where like if the dog floats, you're gonna put it right back in that spot. God damn it, motherfucker, I told you not to fucking move, and you're moving, you're making me fucking walk. That's pressure. Also, pressure from the collar might be like, I hit this. This wouldn't be too high for this dog because this dog, by the way, this dog could work at about where a human feels it, which is about 15. However, the dog's coat, hair is not conductive. So dogs like this, you might have a tendency to dial it up a little bit higher. So this dog say if I'm on 15 or something at times, it's fine. Okay? So know that it depends on the dog. Different dogs have working levels, but you want to keep it as low as possible. So, in other words, what I'm saying is a dog with a regular coat, 15, I could probably feel it. It wouldn't be that negative. With this dog doesn't really even feel it at that point because of its fucking coat. By the way, if you're gonna use an e-collar with a dog like this, you should invest in longer titanium contact points. It could be hugely helpful. That way, you can dial your collar down because you know you're making contact. Also, some people, they'll take a dog like this and they'll just shave a little area that the e-collar goes on. Okay? So you could do that too. But know that hair is not conductive. I had to prove this to somebody, and I, used hair in place of a section of wire. You can't, it's non-conductive. So is your fingernail. And, oh, of course, the internet experts that say that they're electricians and shit. No, I'm an electrician. No, you're not. Or you would know that a fingernail is not conductive. And if your finger's short, you're gonna touch it, okay? So keratin is not a conductive thing. That's a fact. So dogs like this, just keep that in check. Also, dogs like this, another thing while we're on this, it sort of got sidetracked here. If they have a coat like this and you put the e-collar on them, move it a little bit to try and get it to make contact as good as possible. Because if you don't and you just put it on and it's not making contact, but the dog's walking around, it sort of moves it a little bit, then you have it too high. Does that make sense? And then you might get a vocalization from the dog. Probably not this dog, but you might. And if you do get a vocalization from the dog, don't think the dog hates you. Dial the collar down. That's all you need to do. Dial it down and move on. Okay? Hang on. Hey, come here. Here. Heel. No, heel. Good boy. Nice heel. Fucking nice ass dog, dude. Heel. Come on, heel. You're fucking good, man. You're very good, man. That's a good heel, dude. Come here, heel. It's really fucking nice. Get back up on this thing. Get up there. Very good. No, here. Get up there. Up. Nice. That's very good, dude. Man, this is a really nice dog. Seriously. Poodles, like, I don't believe any of this, like, what's the smartest breed BS. They're all stupid, I mean, granted, the Border Collie can learn the names of 100 or 1,200 objects or something, but it's never gonna know that the toy that's a turkey is the same thing as the turkey that's an animal. Okay, so understand that it's not really language, it's just learned, go get that object, that's it. But poodles are ranked number 2nd in that stupid thing. And it's about trainability. So a smart dog like this, you could train it to do bad shit indiscriminately. Same thing with a border collie. You could have a border collie. Oh, I'm gonna get a super smart dog. That might not be so good. I like a Labrador. I don't think that it's a problem solver or anything. I like them because they're temperament. But this dog, for a while I was gonna get a poodle. I was gonna train it to duck hunt. This is true. I ended up getting Ike. I was thinking about it. I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna get a poodle. I was gonna get a black poodle. I like them. I like the breed. You know, they're fucking cool as shit. This dog is not cold, by the way. Not at all. That blue jay isn't either, probably. I like blue jays because they're assholes, and blue jays aren't fans of bats. You know, they'll get the male brown bat when it's like hanging. They don't go in. The male brown bat doesn't go into the roost. That's females that are having babies that go into the roost into your house, your attic and shit. So when they're on the trees, like the blue jays will get them. Thank you. Yeah, I know. They eat insects. They eat mosquitoes. I know. I don't care. They also will suck your freaking blood. I saw Dark Shadows when I was a child. My grandma let me watch it. I acquired this dislike for Barnabas, whatever his name is, Barnabas Collins, or I don't know, whatever. You know. So I like blue jays. If I had any superpowers, I'd like to be a blue jay man. Where like I could control blue jays. I'd have fucking thousands right here. Don't fuck with me. I got my blue jays. Lift me up, guys. Blue jay man. Or hummingbird man. I like hummingbirds too, because they're cool. We get hummingbirds up here. Do I have any what? Yeah, melon was the same, sure. Do you have any what? Advice on keeping hunting dogs from injuring themselves while hunting? What do you mean? What kind of injury? What kind of hunting dog? You talking about a bird dog? What is looks totally What are you talking about? Like a bird dog? Recommendations for trainers in Southeast, especially Robert Masters. Contact Robert. He's on here a lot. Robert Masters, Dogs Listen to Me. A Springer Spaniel. Oh, like it's going through the brush and it's getting its chest. Yeah, put a neoprene on it. The only have it wear a neoprene vest because a lot of times you got the hunting dogs and they're like, they get their chest beat up because they're like running into stickers or whatever. You want a dog like that. So put neoprene on them, you know. I will say this though, neoprene's good, but if it's a water dog, don't use it. It just keeps the water in there. It keeps them colder. But like with a upland game dog, yeah, I would put some neoprene on them. You could buy something like that at Lion Country Supply. Cabela's probably has that. That's what I would do. You know, they will beat themselves up, you know, trying to get to the bird. They're like, you know, they're looking. So you got a bird dog that's looking. And that's what I would do. Yeah. Man, I like Springers a lot. I just remember those as a kid. Man, they get like, you know, they're like burr magnets. Like they get covered. You know, I guess you just shave them down for hunting season. It's like if I had a dog like this, I wouldn't really keep it groomed. I'd just like cut shit out of it. I don't care. Maybe once every 6 months, I'd take him and get him shaved down or something. Get the crap out of him. Dogs like this during the summer, you're not keeping the dog cooler by shaving it down to nothing. Oh, look at that, Kirby Task. Welcome to Baby Sasquatch. You're not keeping them cooler in the summertime by shaving them down, you're probably going to keep them hotter, because the coat that is an insulation for the cold is also an insulation from the sun. So don't. I would occasionally see like golden shaved, like right when summer was starting in the city. I'm like, you're an idiot. You're shaving your golden. This moronic shit. No, you know, you want to shave this dog down just because they start getting you know, dreads and shit, and you don't want that. But I guess if you comb your poodle a lot, well, you know, you've seen it. You can pop it out. Should have shaved my double-coated wolf dog. Yeah, I know you're kidding, Troy. You wouldn't do that. That would look stupid. That'd be like shaving a Labrador. You know. Oh, I'm gonna shave my lab. I'm gonna shave my Labrador, make it look like an idiot, and it'll get a sunburn. This dog is pretty good, man. We're gonna be starting to teach it to cast right, left, and back. I got to get to the point where I can, which is not long. I think I can get it to the point where off leash out in the field for sure. Is that a bungee collar? Yeah, it's one of those drawstring ones. I like them. I have less problem with those than the kind that are loop. The kind that are loop, man, I don't know, man. That's, you know, that's, E-collar Technologies makes a great training collar. You know, but these, you can buy these on Amazon. They go on quick. You can get the right tension quick. I say thumbs up on them. I want one that, man, I'm telling you, Troy, it's just like, you can buy them on Amazon, and they really, once you get, you unscrew, there's like a little screw, take one of the loops off the D-rings or whatever, put your collar on, screw it back on, and it's just easier to keep the tension correct. Yeah, you can find them on Amazon. This phone's dying because it's cold and I'm losing battery, so I got to go plug it in. So welcome, Kirby, and we'll probably live stream later. I found synthetic rubber tennis balls. Oh, did you? All right, toxic. There you go. I see you. Destiny taught me that. She also taught me. Okay. She taught me that. I'm still working on it. I'm trying to perfect it. I see you, Troy. I see you. I don't really need the synthetic rubber ones because I'm not allergic to that. I'm not. I'll just use regular tennis balls. But it's good to know they have them. They're here at the end of the week. All right, toxic. All right. Anyway, I'll see ya. Bye.